Hey, it's Deep here. I work with recruiting teams across different industries to help them build talent and client acquisition pipeline. And one of the core foundational blocks that I always suggest my clients is having a multi-channel strategy in place. With this strategy, we've always seen the conversion rates to be significantly higher. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how do you use AI and more specifically Claude inside Clay to shortlist talent, and B, how do you use La Growth Machine to build multi-channel outreach campaigns to build the pipeline. So this is what the overall workflow would look like. I'll skip going into the finer details, but once you have imported the talent list inside Clay, we will use Claude to interpret the profile as well as build out personalizations. And then we will use score a row enrichment inside Clay to see if the candidate or the talent is a good fit. If they are a good fit and we have the email, we'll first also check for their email verification using re-enroll API integration. And if they are a good fit and we have their email verified, then we will push them into a email plus LinkedIn drip campaign with La Growth Machine. Else, without the email talent pool, we will be pushing them into LinkedIn only drip campaign. So this is what the overall table would look like, and I'll walk you through this in just in the next section. And this is the email plus LinkedIn drip campaign inside La Growth Machine, and this is just the LinkedIn only drip campaign. And this is what the outreach copy would look like. And you can see here we have built out a lot of personalizations here from the profile, career trajectory, their tech stack, the years of experience they have, and so on. All right, now that we have a good understanding of the workflow, let's dive in. So I'm inside my Clay table now and I've already enriched the profiles with the LinkedIn enrichment. Now I'm using Claude to A, help me interpret the profile, and B, build out some. And the way you do that is you go to add enrichment, click on AI, and that's the first result here under integrations that you can use. Or you can also use directly right here Claude and Claude, and it will again give you the first result here. So once you've done that, you can then just use Clay. Recently introduced this feature where you can use Clay credits to build out Claude actions, which is amazing. So you don't need the Claude or Anthropic API key anymore. And just be as thorough and detailed in the prompt here. Give it a couple of examples, and it does an amazing job. In fact, I have been super impressed by the results here versus GPT versions. Chat GPT versions here, to be honest. Like I would find Chat GPT to be hallucinating specifically when it comes to a bit more complex interpretations or doing some maths calculations. It would be super difficult for Chat GPT versions to actually arrive at the right data. But with Claude, I found that you can you give it a good prompt and good examples, and the output was pretty on point. So for example, in this one, I gave a prompt to calculate the years of experience in the current company, regardless of the experiences with the company. So for example, here it came out with 5.2 years of experience. And if you actually go to the profile here, you'll see that it should be pretty close to what we expect. 5 years, 2 months. So again, I mean, the output is amazing. I'm very excited to be using this. If you haven't used Claude so far in your Clay table, I would highly recommend, and let me know how your experience goes. And rightly so, when I was going through an AI report, yesterday, and I could see here that Claude actually outperforms GPT-4 and the previous Chat GPT versions when it comes to when performing software engineering kind of tasks. So pumped to be using Claude with Clay. This is going to be a game changer, I think. I'm going to definitely improve the quality of output we're looking for with AI. All right, so after this is done, I use core row here again to rank profiles, and just to show you a simple example here. For example, country, I've even put in the tech stack here to shortlist candidates that have or who have worked on certain technologies based on what AI interpreted here from their LinkedIn profile. So additionally, based on the score of a profile, I've built a list of qualified candidates here, which is 1 and 0 is disqualified. For the ones that were qualified and have an email, we verify the email if it's good to go using re-enroll email verifier, and this is built in using an API integration here inside Clay. And the good thing about this is the ones that have a verified email, we'll be pushing them to email plus LinkedIn kind of an outreach campaign. While for the ones that we either do not have an email or their email is not verified, we would be pushing them through LinkedIn only kind of an outreach campaign. To build an outreach campaign, we'll use a platform called La Growth Machine. All you need to do is go to add enrichment, go to integrations, sequences, La Growth Machine. You can also type here to find La Growth Machine integration. Once you click here, you'll see search lead and create lead option. I generally like searching the lead first, but you can, even if you create a lead first, it shows you if the lead already exists, which is great. Now, before you do this step, you will need to first create your campaign inside La Growth Machine. If you haven't heard of this platform before, this is a super powerful multi-channel outreach platform that can help you build integrated campaigns across email, LinkedIn, Twitter, as well as integrate a call action in the campaign itself. Now, sign up for the 14-day free trial, and you'll see a home screen inside like this. The first step here would be to sync your identity, which is the email that you want to be pushing out the outreach from. So you sync that here, and connect your LinkedIn account. Add a few leads to get started, but you'll also see the leads of the shortlisted candidate from our Clay table follow through once you integrate the two platforms. Now, how do we get started with building a campaign? It's pretty simple. All you need to do is create a new campaign here, and you'll see a whole bunch of different templates that you can readily use depending on the channels you want to use and the number of follow-up steps. I generally like building from scratch, so let me just walk you through what does that look like. So this is what the blank canvas would look like. If you have an email, I would generally start with an email campaign and then reach out on LinkedIn. But if I don't have a verified email, LinkedIn is my only option, I guess. So click on add then from the first starting point, and I would just say email, say I have the email, right? And then you have the option, either conditions, that what do you want to follow up the next action to be, or you can directly click here to add another action. What I would do is generally say I would add a wait here of 30 minutes or maybe a day, and then I would just say visit the LinkedIn profile. This serves as a good reminder, right? And then for a condition, I would say I generally don't follow when opened and when clicked. So after X days, if I don't hear a reply, I want to send a follow-up email. Now you can change or customize the number of days you want the next step to follow through. So I'll do, say, for example, after 3 days, if there's no reply, then send another email. If you have to draft the email, all you need to do is click on that block, go here, and then write your subject line. You should be able to add variables by double curly brackets and first name, for example. Looks like there was nothing here, but you can also use your variable first name, for example. Yeah. And I would say if I want to add a spin text, I'll click here advanced, and that is how you put a syntax. So I just go here, hey, hi, and then first name, and so on. Now, once if you're using Clay to build out your custom variables, you'll see here that on clicking a variable, you see custom attribute options. So inside your Clay table, when you are defining or when you're linking the two, I'll show you in the following section, but you'll have the opportunity to define which personalization refers to what custom attribute, and accordingly then you can incorporate here if you have customizations or personalizations in place. So yeah, this is you'll have to just save this, and then probably if you want to hide it, you can hide it from here. And then again, I would, if I now want to say I did not hear back from the person, I would say no reply. Then I would go on to actually check if it's a LinkedIn contact or not, because now I want to start reaching out to this person on LinkedIn, and I want to first check if they are already in my contact. If they are, I can then start another message here. I can directly send a message, which is great. If not, I can then again define here that probably maybe I should just send a connection request. So add relation is what you would need, and then if you want to personalize, you can again toggle the invite note, or you can just leave it off, toggled off. Then I just again follow the same steps here. I would probably just wait when the connection request is accepted. I would then say add a wait so that my follow message just doesn't go as soon as they have accepted my connection request, but I'll wait for 30 minutes and then send a message. So that is first. I can again change this to less than 7 days, say 3 days. Um, if not, if invite is not accepted, I would go back to sending email. So if you followed along so far, you should be able to build your campaign from here. But a couple of good things that I wanted to highlight about La Growth Machine. So if you go to settings here, you'll see out of office detection. This is an amazing feature where the platform automatically detects your lead is out of office, and after 3 days, once the lead is back, they will resume the campaign. If you've been, doing outreach campaigns for a long time, you would understand how big or how painful this process is, especially if your leads are out of office. So it makes it super easy, which is awesome. And then the other good one, my personal favorite, is that you can send a voice message to a LinkedIn campaign. So for example, here, if I click here, you can send a voice message, and it actually helps you customize the introduction using some AI sync. So for example, here I will select hello, first name, and then I can record my message here, and it will automatically merge the two, customizing the introduction part for the lead that you're reaching out to, which is super cool. And lastly, you have inbox. If you hover over to the left sidebar, you'll see inbox and tasks. So if your team members are using La Growth Machine, the responses coming from their campaigns would automatically reflect here, and you can tackle it as the team. This is what my email plus LinkedIn outreach campaign looks like, and I have the LinkedIn only campaign here. Happy to share or answer any questions you might have to set this up. As the last step, we go to the Clay table again, and you will add the La Growth Machine enrichment. And if a lead already exists, it would not add the lead to the campaign. But the way you would set this up is for all the personalizations you've built, you'll be first required to get your API key from La Growth Machine. And then you can define the audience that you want to select specifically or want this lead to get added to, and then just map these fields here. You'll also see the custom attributes, and that's where you can map your personalizations. Once all that is done, your campaign is good to go, and all you need to do is just set your campaign live in our growth machine. All right, hope this was helpful, and good luck building your outreach campaigns. See you in the next one.